The future is female. National Geographic has published a coffee table book with over 450 photographs from its archives from women from around the globe. And joining me right now is Editorial Director Susan Goldberg. Good morning.
Hi, Jeff.
Greetings from Las Vegas.
Well, greetings from New York.
Now, Susan, this is an incredible book, and I understand it's a labor of love for you. How long was this book in production?
Well, we've been working on it for about 18 months, and this seemed like just the right time to do it because, as you know, 2020 is the 100th anniversary of women getting the right to vote in the United States. And in addition, we're having this moment of female empowerment around the globe where women are, raising their voices, demanding their rights, and in many cases getting them. And so what we thought was this was the right time to look at our images in the image collection and figure out which of those pictures of women could help tell the history of women around the world.
I understand that you had a record number of female contributors for this book. How did you reach out to potential candidates?
Oh, we have so many more female contributors than we used to. So the entire November issue of National Geographic magazine is the first in our 131-year history that is entirely photographed, written, and illustrated by women. So we were so proud to celebrate the accomplishments of the talented journalists that we work with all the time.
Now, as editor-in-chief for this book, were there some tough choices? Did you have to leave some photos out that you wanted?
Oh gosh, no, we have 512 pages, 450 images. It's a 6-pound book, so we were really able to get a lot in there. But I'll have to be honest with you, it was tough narrowing down the images to put in that book. We have 64 million images in our archive, and so when you start culling it down to just look at the images of women, there are still hundreds of thousands left. So it was quite a back and forth to get down to the 450 that we chose.
Was there many discussions and debates on which photos to include on the cover of the book?
Well, it was a hard thing, and it was the same issue that we had around the cover of the magazine because there isn't one woman or one image that can sum up women everywhere. So it was really important to us to use a combination of old and new images, images that showed every kind of woman from every part of the world, different races, ethnicities, different socioeconomic groups. And so both covers, you'll notice, are a conglomeration of women because no one woman can just stand in for women everywhere.
Now, I'm sure you get this asked all the time, Susan, but did you have a favorite photo out of the 450 photographs? I know that's a difficult choice because being a film critic, people ask me all the time, what is your favorite movie? And it's just impossible to ask.
Well, I'm going to ask you in a minute what was your favorite movie, but when I look at these images around women, there is one that I think is particularly meaningful to me. It was taken by our combat photographer, Lindsay Editorial, and she has a picture of a woman named Corporal Gabrielle Green, and she's in the Marines. And Lindsay took a picture of her while she's training for deployment. And in this picture, Corporal Green has put a 200-pound man over her shoulder. She's walking up a steep ramp. She is one tough lady, and she's got a tattoo on her thigh. And what it says is, "The fire inside me burns brighter than the fire around me." And I think that is such a powerful message. It just shows the evolution of what women are able to do everywhere. To me, that picture means a lot.
Well, Susan, my favorite photograph from National Geographic, and I'll never forget it, it was a picture of an Afghan girl, and she had the most incredible eyes. And I understand that you tracked her down decades later to find out how she was.
It is one of the iconic images of the 20th century, without a doubt. It was taken in 1984 by our photographer, Steve McCurry. It was the cover of National Geographic magazine in 1985. And about 20 years later, we went back and we found this woman. Her name is actually Sharbat Gula, and we found her. She was an Afghan refugee, remained an Afghan refugee for many, many years. And this is an example of us needing to shine our photographic light on the lives of women everywhere.
Now, as editor-in-chief for this project, you got to interview some incredible women. Oprah Winfrey, Jane Goodall. Was there anyone on your list you didn't get to interview?
Well, I would always love to interview even more people than we were able to, but I was able to interview 24 amazing women, Oprah Winfrey, Laura Bush, Nancy Pelosi, I mean, you name it, from across the spectrum, explorers, scientists, just amazing people. And I talked to them about the lives of women all over the world and what did they think needed to change in society to give women, an equal shot. I also talked to them about their own journey and what their advice was to, the up-and-coming generation. And I was so heartened by their responses because they're so positive about the power of young women to be able to, achieve their dreams, meet their goals, and really just follow their passions.
Well, Susan, congratulations on the publication of this book. It is an immense undertaking, and what a wonderful, wonderful tribute it is to women to around the world and to future generations.
Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, my favorite movie of all time is Jaws.
Oh, thank you for telling me.
Thank you again for talking to me, Susan. And when you have a chance, come out and visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Oh, I'd love to do that. Thank you so much.
This incredible, iconic National Geographic book that celebrates women from around the globe is now available at fine booksellers, Amazon.com, and anywhere books are sold. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.